Rockman Xover was the only game to survive the Great Mega Man Purge. Basically, there were 5 Mega Man games in development at different stages, and eventually we ended up with one. Did I mention this was during the 25th anniversary? Now, to be fair, only 4 of the games were actually announced, and only 2 were cancelled before the anniversary: Mega Man Universe and Mega Man Legends 3. Rockman Online ended up being cancelled a few months later, and one of the games, titled Maverick Hunter, was a gritty-style FPS reboot that only came into knowledge thanks to some leaks. And thus, only a couple weeks before the 25th anniversary, Rockman Xover was released. In Japan only. For iOS. Yeah. Disappointing doesn't even explain it. Hell, Capcom USA released Street Fighter Cross Mega Man for free on the actual anniversary as a way of saying, we're sorry. You want to know about that game? I reviewed it already. You can see it over there. But anyways, let's dive into Rockman Xover. Like I said before, Rockman Xover is an iOS game. It also came out for the Android later, but for the sake of this review, I'll be focusing on the iOS version. The game is a side-scrolling, on-rails social RPG. What this means is one of those games that's in a side-scrolling environment, but the character moves on its own and you control jumping and shooting. The goal of the game is to defeat enemies in several mini-stages to collect battle chips to use for later and to fight bosses at the end of each full stage. The bosses in the game actually come from different Mega Man series, and defeating them unlocks new areas and bosses. When you get to a boss battle, the game turns into a turn-based RPG, and you'll have the ability to use chips you've collected or weapons you've unlocked to help you out in battle. Defeating a boss also earns you their weapon and more chips unlocked to be used. This game has a huge emphasis on RPG elements, being that you can level your character, collect battle chips to use in battles or for trades, and purchasing upgrades and armor. The game also uses 2 kinds of currency: silver coins, which you earn by progressing in the game and selling chips and items, and gold coins, which can only be purchased via microtransaction. Most items can be bought with either type of currency, usually costing way more in silver coins, and some, such as event items, may only be purchased with gold coins. This is the basis for the entire game. It's free to play, but in more cases, it's pay to win. The game doesn't start out too difficult at first, but after the first few stages, the boss fights become ridiculously hard, where they can defeat you in just a few turns, which means you're either going to have to grind or pay up so you can buy the overpowered chips and armor. Now, I wouldn't have a problem with this if the grinding wasn't completely useless. I played this game for months, and I wasn't even strong enough to beat a level 2 boss. Out of all the pay-to-win games, this is the shadiest. Most games of this type give you something like an hour time limit, or you can bypass by paying if you're impatient, but here, it's almost mandatory that you buy new chips and armor, even to stand a chance. Even when I had the boss's weakness, it still didn't matter. Another problem is the chip limit. As you play through the game, you'll collect an assortment of powerful chips to stock up on later battles, except there's a limit on how many you can hold, and you won't be able to start a level until you've either equipped a chip or sold off extra so there's room for new chips as you play. I'm not as harsh on this because it does make sense. Even if this is a game that's trying to make money off you, there are limits, and they don't want players getting too powerful to make the game unplayable for other players. The game also offers an interesting multiplayer option where you can do ranked battles with AI of other players' characters. It's an easy way to help you level up early on in the game and gain some extra silver coins to boot. There's even multi-character battles, though these are more of a true multiplayer experience as all players are playing at the same time over the internet. Visual-wise, the game is what I expect for a mobile title. However, I will say the updated sprites look pretty good. I wasn't expecting that level of detail, though this does seem to be running on a similar engine to the god-awful Mega Man X remake for iOS, so it's not too surprising. Sound-wise, the sound effects are all ripped from other Mega Man games, mostly Mega Man X. I hope you guys really love the intro stage theme from Mega Man X, because you're going to be hearing it over and over and over and over. The game offers a couple of other Mega Man tracks and new tracks, but it's pretty lacking. In conclusion, Rockman Xover is not a very good game. Even for a free-to-play mobile game, it's lacking in a lot of areas. For a while, the game seemed pretty popular and a lot of people were playing, but just like the iOS port of Tales of Fantasia, its overemphasis on microtransactions killed it. Now, I know a lot of people do not like free-to-play games, and there are a lot out there that offer legitimate alternatives to paying to win. However, Rockman Xover is one where paying is absolutely necessary, unless you have an overabundance of free time. So do I recommend this game? Well, I can't, because it's been discontinued. Capcom officially pulled the game from the App Store and Play Store at the end of March 2015 and cut off server support. So even if you want to play this game for morbid curiosity like myself, unfortunately, like most new Mega Man games, it's been officially cancelled. But hey, we still got Rockman Go-Go to look forward to, right? Right? Hey guys, thanks for watching my newest Quick Hunts review. It'd be awesome if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, Zeromaster Reviews, Like me on Facebook at Zeromaster fanpage, follow me on Twitter at Zeromaster, and check out RiverCityGamers.com for more great content, not just from myself, but from many other great content reviewers. And if you'd like to see more of my stuff, you can see the previous Quick Hunts review here on Sonic Boom, as well as my newest review series with my buddies at the Brinstars. We've got one review up so far on the game Pandemonium, and we have more to come in the future. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. The game awful. Oh my god, that's not even a word, Clayton, come on.